Software as a service companies, or SaaS companies as they call them, are basically businesses that were born on the cloud. They were invented to be accessed via a web browser. You don't download the software or use a CD, you just literally access it over a browser, and that's how you interact all the time. HG Capital's experience in the SaaS sector started like a lot of our investment experiences, which is about 10 years ago, we're sitting down looking at very long-term trends, trying to work out trends that will grow at 10, 20, 30% for the next decade. There aren't very many of those. When you spot one, you want to spend a lot of time learning about it, and then you want to gradually and incrementally make investments in that segment over time. So we spotted that with cloud or SaaS-based computing. We made our first investment in a business called SHL in 2006. Other examples of SaaS companies we've invested in since 2006 include names like Epix, Achilles, IntelliFlow, Lumess, Cashflow and Economic more recently. Let me give you a couple of examples of what these companies do. So if you take Epix, for example, it provides access to information on cars and inventory for dealers and garages and car leasing companies. In an old world, you might have to look up information offline, books, data, CD-ROMs, etc. Very difficult to access and very difficult to get live. These days, Epix customers can get really accurate, up-to-date information. So if they're dealing with a Mondeo 2006, they can get information on that mark and that particular car very accurately over the web, which means that they benefit. It means that the end customer who's got the car benefits because they get things serviced faster, and it means obviously that Epix benefits because it's got a network of tens of thousands of users. Another example will be Economic, which provides bookkeeping and payroll and accounting software to very small businesses. You can now have access to your finances and financial information live without having to go to an accountant and wait for him to feed it back days or weeks or months later. The thing we really like about working in a sector like SaaS is that over time we hope that we can gain some knowledge that is useful to the companies that we back. We're all about finding great businesses with great management teams and then supporting them to grow. We don't want to tell them how to do things. If we invest in 6, 7, 8, 9 businesses that do similar to what they do, we hope that over time we can learn what best in class looks like in certain areas. We can introduce them to people, whether it's in marketing or sales, that can help them maybe see things that are coming down the track for them in a year or two's time. We think SaaS companies are going to play an increasing part of HG Capital's future strategy. But of course, that's a strategy that we've already been developing for the last 8 years. So they've gone from nothing of our portfolio 10 years ago, probably to about 20% of our portfolio now. The great thing is they grow faster than the average company, they've got great economics, and we think they'll provide great investment returns. We own probably more $100 million plus SaaS businesses in Europe than anybody else at this point in time, and that gives us a huge advantage over the next 3 or 4 or 5 years, we think.